There is actually no such thing as a consciously created thought. Even the thought that you believe you are choosing to think next is just something that's appearing. And the you that you believe yourself to be, that is choosing to think that thought, is itself a thought-made persona. It is not what you truly are. The whole notion of choice, decision, choosing to think something, is a mirage. These may be triggering words. These may be challenging to understand. Even the one who is triggered by hearing this is itself a thought-made persona under which we are currently hypnotized, identified with. That is quite literally what it means to dissolve identification with the mind, to dissolve belief in what is appearing as what I am. So let's start here. If you feel you think you know what you are going to think next, or that you can choose what to think next, try to choose what to think next. Do it right now. Now that you have chosen what you're going to think next, can you take a closer look and see how what you chose to think next also just appeared in your mind? When you were going through the quote-unquote process of choosing, what were you exactly doing? What did the process of choosing entail? The moment you try to think of what to choose to think, you just said the first thing that came to your mind, the first thing that appeared. Is that really a choice? So you see, thoughts are just happening in this way all the time. And then this subtler aspect of mind, call it ego, persona, personal identity, it comes in and takes the credit for choosing that thought. And of course, in this way, life as we know it is possible. Life as it appears to be becomes possible. But it is only relevant for that level. It's okay that personally, hey, I feel like I'm choosing my thought, and I choose my thought and I decide what to do, and then I do that action. So personally, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you got to live life. But if you are trying to go deeper into understanding the truth of who you are, the truth of all of this, you have to go deeper than just that. You have to see beyond just that. You have to let go of being so attached to that notion that I am the chooser, that I am a so-and-so that can choose. So I had a question here recently by Kevin. Kevin said, what is the relationship of consciously created thoughts to awareness if there's no thinker? I can see how the daily stream of thought is just an action of the mind, but what about thought awareness chooses to think? Would it be fair to say that consciousness or awareness uses the mind to think as you would to use a tool to build things? There's no such thing as awareness using anything. You notice how we personify awareness. Does the movie screen in the theater on which the movie is being portrayed in the form of images, is it using the character inside of the movie that is appearing? Is it using the mind of that character to do something, to create something inside of the movie? No, that'd be a silly notion. The screen is totally free from such capabilities, capacities, and concepts. The screen on which the movie is being played and the scene is appearing of a person thinking something in order to do something and make something happen, the screen is free from any of that influence. The screen is simply the pure allowance of that scene being portrayed. The screen is not trying to do something, it is not trying to change something. It is not a so-and-so that wants to create something. It is even beyond the notion of creating something, the concept of creating something. It is simply the pure allowance of whatever is appearing. You have to grasp this and experience this through your practice, that you, that which is aware, are just the total potentiality, which is the full allowance of all this appearance. Of course, here you appear to be a person thinking what to do and doing it, but the person that you are appearing to be, it is just an appearance, nothing more, nothing less. And you, the essence that is being referred to as the awareness in which all of this is appearing, you are free from such notions as, oh, choosing to think. There's another question I had in one of my recent videos. And the question was, this is great, but who is noticing? When you say notice, the ego says, oh, I noticed this or I noticed that. This is where I get stuck. Can the awareness be aware of itself? And how is this communicated? Awareness has no need to communicate anything. Does the screen on which the movie is being displayed have any need to communicate with the character inside of the movie that is appearing? No, it is beyond such notions. Only the character inside of the movie says, oh, the screen must communicate with me or whatnot. But it is equally in appearance. So when you are practicing and you are learning to objectify this thinking process, you are seeing how spontaneously thoughts are just happening. And instead of attributing them with such a great sense of me and mine, you are learning to just see them at a distance, observe them at a distance. Now, of course, very cunningly, you see the mind say a lot of things like, oh, I understand that now. Even this is thought being observed. Notice how the awareness of that is not saying anything about that. The awareness of that is not saying, oh, that is observed. Oh, I understand that now. Oh, I got that. No, it is simply aware. It is not even, in that awareness, there's not even an idea about what I am observing. It's just a direct recognition. You are aware. You know, you say, who notices that? You notice that. But you don't have any need to talk about or think about what you notice because you are beyond the capacity to think or talk. Awareness does not think, it does not speak, it does not act, it does not move. These are all personal notions. So this is what this practice does. It takes you beyond all of these personal notions, which are concepts. And it helps you to experience being, awareness, which is that canvas on which all of this is appearing. It is like the screen from our example. You are that. You are not the person appearing or thinking or seeking or doing. All this is happening in appearance. And what you essentially are is just that in which all of this is appearing. You, like space, are not anything that can be pointed at. Yet anywhere you point, you are there. You have to be open to the possibility that what you experience, that what you feel or sense as the self, here and now, is leading you to that, to your true identity. That feeling of self, I, that sense of now, in which all that you claim to be real appears and disappears, that is the only thing in all of this that does not change. The only thing that is the imprint of the real, the true, in illusion. So, that is our practice. When we practice self-inquiry, we are turning away from all of these mental struggles, like, oh my God, how does awareness communicate this to me? This and notice how in these concepts, in this thinking, we just continue to refer to ourselves as a person needing to communicate with some greater awareness or something. All of these are just ideas, which will keep you enslaved in ideas, concepts. In our practice of self-inquiry, we are turning away from what we are aware of, even the subtlest of thoughts, and simply resting as we are. If you want to go deeper into this practice, I have a free guide right now that I'm giving away. You can download it down below in the description. And if you need help with this practice and you want to do this work with a community and a day-by-day, step-by-step course, then learn more about School of Awakening. There you can work directly with me and go deeper into this. I hope that this video helped you. And even if it triggered you in some way, be open to that. You can feel free to comment your questions down below. I use them as inspiration for future videos. So thank you for watching again. I'll see you next time. Bye.